Om Shri Ganeshaya Namo Namah. Greetings to everyone world over, all our brothers and sisters across the globe. Green morning, green afternoon, and green evening. Let's move with yet another powerful evening, Wednesday, 8th of February, 2023. And just to accommodate everybody, because we got the request from lots of people that 8 p.m. is little early and we got to do our dinner preparation. So ladies and gentlemen, now onward, since yesterday, we have made the program 9 p.m. for all of you. So today, we will be taking you to a run of Kutch. All of us travel together. We move together, and we are going to take you all the way for the G20 Summit Tourism Working Group meeting, which has started on 7th of February in the state of Gujarat in run of Kutch. All of us together, we are there. It's a 3 days meeting which is taking place. And the first canvas which we have made, here is the Honorable Union Minister for Tourism, Culture, and Development of the entire Northeast region. Reddy Sahab, he's right over here, and he's delivering a special talk over there on the first day. And that's the Tourism Working Group and Rural Tourism for the Community Environment and Poverty Alleviation. That's on 7th of February, 2023, in the first G20 Tourism Working Group meeting, which started yesterday on 7th of February in the state of Gujarat. So hearty welcome to everybody to Kutch. Let's move together. ICSI, which is a link between India and our brothers and sisters across the globe, wherever they are, all of us together, we meet, we greet, we treat, basically to develop India and to take the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister of India forward, making India a 5 trillion economy. And at the same time, how do we help our youth? How do we help our children? What best can be done as far as the future is concerned? And of course, tourism is one of the strong pillars, one of the strong areas which can develop India's economy, can generate employment, entrepreneurship, infrastructure development, and economic multiplier effects which can take place. So ladies and gentlemen, now over here, we move with you to Run of Kutch, G20 Summit, Tourism Working Group, first meet that was yesterday. We are showing you the clip which we had yesterday, 7th of February. And today we are on 8th. That means we have come to the second day of the conference. Yesterday, delegates had come. They all arrived and they got colorful. Just look at it, their turbans. Look at the colorful costumes and the souvenirs and the handicraft, which they all got it over there. These are the people, those have come from world over, and they all are here. We extend a very hearty welcome them to India, and it's a pleasure to have all of them in Run of Kutch. So the nearest airport, when you come for this particular summit, that's the Bhuj airport, and from there by road, you're taken. Beautiful, scintillating journey. The roads are wonderful, and you reach Run of Kutch. And long time back, Run Utsav that was started by the present Prime Minister when he was Chief Minister of Gujarat. That time, the Run of Kutch festival had started, but this is something which we are taking you to the G20 Summit. Here is the Honorable Union Tourism, Culture and Donor Minister, G. Krishan Reddy ji, and along with him is the Sherpa of the G20, that is Shri Amitabh Kant ji, who was earlier CEO with Niti Aayog. Ladies and gentlemen, and here is the first Tourism Working Group meeting. That's yesterday, where the Secretary Tourism, Government of India, right over here, and look at this beautiful infrastructure which has been created for these delegates right over here, that is Dhorado, that is in Run of Kutch. Can you imagine what a beautiful infrastructure has been built, created for all of them? Look the night scenario, how beautiful it looks, how colorful it looks. India is calling, India is amazing, India is wonderful, India is hosting G20, and we are here for the tourism working group meeting, which started yesterday. And here is the white that is run of Kutch. Look at it. Here is another wonderful scenario, a run of Kutch, which you can have a look over here. Now, the Gujarat is hosting the inaugural meeting of the tourism working group, and that is for the 3 days, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Let's move ahead. What exactly is in the storage as far as G20 is concerned, as far as tourism industry is concerned? How are we going to take benefit from this? That's something is very important. How this is a golden opportunity for India to showcase itself to the entire world and to tell them what exactly the run of Kutch is. Now, over here, as far as G20 is concerned, and the tourism working group, those are meeting over there, they have got 5 interrelated priorities which are being discussed over here. Number 1, greening of tourism sector. Number 2, harnessing the power of digitization. Number 3, empowering youth with the skills. Now, this is one of the most important area onto which tomorrow we have got a meeting with the Sector Skill Council for Tourism and Hospitality, and we are going to discuss over there how ICSI can support the efforts of the Sector Skill Council for Tourism and Hospitality. Now, nurturing tourism, MSMEs and startups. As you know that most of the travel agents, tour operator, tourist transporter and others, they are the part of the SME sector. And the 5th priority, that is the interrelated, which has been given, that is rethinking the strategic management of destinations. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a beautiful tent city which has been created, and this is the local amazing cultural heritage which is being shown over here. And the next meeting, which is going to take place, that's going to be in the month of April, and that will be held in Delhi, and that will be termed as the Global Tourism Investors Summit. And that will be on 10th, 11th, and 12th of April. And that's going to be basically helping the entire infrastructure development for the tourism and everything which gets developed in the ecosystem of tourism, that will be taken up over there. And objective of this particular Global Tourism Summit is to bring more and more investment in tourism and hospitality sector. And investment in tourism infrastructure, technology, skill development, these will be some of the priority areas. Then in month of May, there will be a MICE conference and the MICE Global Tourism Summit. And that's going to be your meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions, how it can be for the economic growth, how the technology and innovation can play a very important role. And this is again coming up for the economic development. The MICE practices will be discussed over there, and how India becoming a destination for that all will be taken. There's also going to be Adventure Travel World Summit. That's going to be in June 2023 as a part of the G20. Your mountaineering, your trekking, your flora and fauna, nature trails, water sports, aero sports, and all kind of an activities, holiday and leisure activities related to tourism, they all will be held over there at that point of time. So with that, we would be moving to our next point of discussion. That is something very important, which we all have to take up. And that is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, which we have to take very important. And that is G20 CEO Forum alongside the ministerial meeting. That will be World Travel and Tourism Council. They would be supporting, and it will be held in Goa. And that's going to be later in month of June. And over here, the efforts are that as a part of G20, India should showcase its varieties, what we have got, its tourism, unexplored potential, and at the same time, At one point of time, you can have different climatic condition. And India is so colorful. Its art, its craft, its heritage, its handicraft, its cuisine, its dances, its music, its people, its language, its linguistic, and all different kind of a cultural amalgamations people can enjoy. And the five priority areas I've already discussed with you: green tourism, digitization, skills, tourism, MSMEs, destination management, all that is going to be the priority and the part of it. If you know that on 31st of January 2023, the Honorable Union Minister for Tourism, Culture and Donor, he has also, kicked off the Visit India year 2023. The land of incredible experiences awaits you. Come visit India in the year 2023. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's see a little bit more from maps point of view, technology point of view, attraction point of view. Welcome to India, and this is India tourist map, Indian cultural map. When you talk about cultural heritage of India, there's a lot to showcase and lot to show to the people. Those can come to India, they can enjoy over here, and they can visit a couple of places. Then comes India's heritage. Now, this area is again very important, which we have to take into consideration, because India has got such a rich cultural heritage that people, those are coming over here, they can enjoy quite a bit. They can enjoy India's cultural heritage, India's pilgrimage. If you remember, people used to take initially चार धाम की यात्रा होती थी और चार धाम में लोग जाया करते थे. शुरू में तो पिलग्रमेज ही होता था, जहां से सब कुछ शुरू हुआ. और फिर इंडिया की कुजीन देखिए, आप किसी भी स्टेट में चले जाइए, यूनियन टेरिटरी में चले जाइए, कहीं पर भी चले जाइए, देयर इज सो मच ऑफ वैरायटी ऑफ द इंडियन कुजीन विच यू एंजॉय. फिर इंडिया का फोक म्यूजिक, जो ट्रेडिशनल म्यूजिक है, हर एक के अपने अपने ट्रेडिशनल इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स हैं. फोक म्यूजिक आप एंजॉय कर सकते हैं. इंडिया के डांसेस, बिकॉज डांसेस ऑफ इंडिया once again is so important. You've got all kind of dances which are available over here, and every state, every region has got its own costumes, colors, performances, mudras, what you call in dance. And then classical dances, they're also very important. When you talk about Kathak, when you talk about Manipuri, Odissi, Kuchipudi, Bharatnatyam, and Mohiniyattam, and Kathakali, and then India's textile and fabrics, very rich, ladies and gentlemen, very, very rich. So you've got to be understanding India's handicraft, it's amazing country. It's a wonderful country. And if you go around India, you'll find there's so much happening. So under G20 summit, when we are giving emphasis to tourism, our basic objective and efforts are how to display India's local heritage and culture the best possible way, our culinary delights, our cuisines and everything. How do we display our rural tourism, our archaeological tourism? Because as I told you the first day, there were meetings related to that. That is something very, very important. Now, as far as tourism is concerned, in this meeting from the 20 countries, the delegates are visiting. Initially, in the month of November, that is last year, all the Sherpas from the different countries, they met in Udaipur. Thereafter, there were some meetings in Maharashtra. And now, as I mentioned to you, something is going to happen in Siliguri also, Goa also, Delhi also, and a couple of other places. There are going to be more than 200 events which will be taking place before the actual convention of G20, which will come up in the fag end, the later part of this year. Now, a representative from the Responsible Tourism Society of India, United Nations environmental programs, Asian Development Banks, the representative of the different countries, they all are participating at this point of time in Run of Kutch. And they are deliberating, they are discussing how the tourism policy supports tourism's contribution to the rural development so that the people don't come to the cities and they stay locally only at those places which are their native places, and they stay there, they enjoy over there, and they give all the efforts over there. So it's amazing India. We got to live with nature. We got to respect nature. We got to consider we are part of nature. We are not separate from the nature. That's what each one of us we have to realize and we have to feel. And if we take our vision that way forward, I'm pretty sure a lot can be done by everybody during this particular, the G20 summit. And the more we all put in our efforts, India will be able to get the best fruits from the travel and tourism, and at the same time from the G20, which is being hosted in India. The state's responsible tourism presentations would be there, keynote addresses by the UNESCO. This is all I'm talking about, the run of Kutch, what all is taking places over there. Success stories of the Indian tourism, they would also be discussed over there. Sustainability will be one of the focus when you talk about SDG goals. So that is again something very important, which we all have to realize and we have to take care of. So SDG 2030, of course, because of pandemic, everything has gone haywire. It has got disturbed, but everybody is putting in their best of efforts. So ladies and gentlemen, we got to live with nature. We got to be part of nature. Sustainability in rebuilding tourism is very important if we want to take the best advantage as far as this G20 summit throughout the year, because India at presidents is enjoying the presidency of G20. Before us, it was in Indonesia. Next year, it's after us, it's going to be Brazil. And after Brazil, it's going to be South Africa. And then, of course, it will travel to other places also. And earlier, if you remember, there was a G8, and thereafter Russia was taken out. It was G7. But in G7, it was more like a North, and they were looking forward to why not the down South also should be taken with us. So thereby, it's a great initiative that in the G20 summit, if you will find, and if you go through their websites, you will come to know that now there is quite a bit of valuable input which has been taken from South also. Earlier, it was more North. So sustainability, when we talk about, we got to, everything would be wonderful. We got to focus on certain areas. So India is calling, visit India this year, 2023. And we know pretty well people will prefer for the homestays because they would like to know the local culture, local cuisine, local dances, and whatsoever is the realistic life, which is in villages of India. India still lives in villages. We are proud of our villages and our villagers. They are wonderful people, and we all have to move together ahead in this journey. Now, importance of skills is very important. Like I've told you, homestay. Now, our chamber, long time back in 1994, took initiative, and we set up India's first finishing school network for the service industry, where we focused on personality of children, communication skill, collaboration skills, creativity and innovation, curiosity, and critical thinking and design thinking skills. So this is something amazing, very important area, which we brought as a finishing school way back in 1994. And this particular finishing school was to keep children away from anxiety, from stress, from depression, or other kind of vices or bad habits which children pick up because of the company. This is the complete process of the finishing school. As this program is going live on the YouTube, in your own spare time, you can see. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to shape the talent and the future. We design their future because we work on their future. And when we talk about it, we have trained more than 52,000 youth and 35,000 teachers throughout India, and particularly with a special focus on northeast part of India. We have given them lots of valuable inputs so that children, those have been deprived of quite some time for valuable education, is now going to get a shape, and children got to get skilled and competent. And ICSI feels strongly that the youth, they have got their power within and they can do anything and everything. They just got to believe in that I can do it, I will do it, and I must do it. Youth happiness is very important. At the same time, we must try and understand what does youth want, because every child is different. Every child's upbringing is different. Every child development process is different. So what exactly youth are looking forward to, we got to understand. Now, the niche tourism is also taking lots of toll, because you got to understand the new areas are emerging, new apps have come, new edtech platforms have come, new strategies and innovations have come. And I wish to share right over here that our chamber is having feast. We developed it a long time back, and the efforts are that all the universities, colleges, schools, teachers, counselors, trainers, mentors, and everybody whosoever is related to tourism, we all should come together and we should build a pool, because these are some of the areas: film tourism, spiritual tourism, agri-tourism, farm tourism, rural tourism, wellness and medical inc. All that you have to take into consideration. They're coming under the category of niche. Thereafter, from the finishing school, we have to move to those skills which are required in post-pandemic times. That is important. And that's why this inspirational lab, and we strongly recommend every school, every college, every university, every ITI, every polytechnic, anything which is vocational teaching setup, you require somewhere the setting up of inspirational lab, and it can be done from single room. It may be your conference room. It may be any other area which you feel deemed fit, where children inspirational lab can be set up, and it is with the minimal expenses what we have got. Now, inspirational lab will empower you how the education and skills are to be acquired with the help of music, dance, gamification, happiness, humor, fun, creativity, curiosity, storytelling, stimulation, passion, talent display, stress-free, and technology, and vocational skill-based outdoor activities. That's what we take into consideration. And inspirational lab will give you, the mental wellness, physical wellness, professional wellness, social wellness, and economic wellness. You can take advantage of all that. At the same time, our teachers' capacity building program also has to be done. And youth, we are proud of you. You're just wonderful. We will handle you the best possible way. We will take care of you the best possible way. At the same time, our teachers are also to be given the due respect, and they have to be taken with us in this entire process. So we come on the capacity building of our teachers, and through this inspirational lab, besides our youth, we can also groom, we can also develop further for higher studies, children to be taken. You got to equip yourself every day, your style, your motivation, and how much class is getting engaged with you, how much children are enjoying, students are enjoying your lectures, your programs. That all has to be taken into consideration. So capacity building of teachers through inspirational lab, preparing global teachers, making education and skills relevant. Now, here is getting inspiration from global success stories. This all you can do in your value addition. Just go on to the apps which are available to basically support travel and tourism industry, hospitality industry, service industry, and they give you value addition. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is a canvas for your imagination, and you are the painter. There are no rules. Get to the work. The gentleman is standing with his feet right in the cold water, but might be there is a reason he's drawing, or he might be enjoying, he might be overtired, and he must be thinking, if I stay with little dipped into the water, I won't feel sleepy. The limitless power your mind has got, your imagination has got, you can't believe it. You can't believe it. Let's move ahead. Imagine with all your mind, believe with all your heart, and achieve with all your might. History has always been shaped by the power of youth. We in the tourism industry, we are the dream merchants. हम सपने बेचते हैं. टूरिज्म में हम आपको सपनों को पैकेज करके देखते हैं. What you become and how you enjoy your travel, how you go around the world hassle-free with more facilities. That's what is the need of our, and we wish both of them, those are traveling with their bags, the lady and the gentleman, they should have wonderful days ahead. And each one of us, as and when we get an opportunity, we must travel. Now, let me share over here that with regard to the tours which have been planned, the people, those are having deliberations in run of Kutch at this point of time. They're also in the evening going for sightseeing, and there are beautiful cultural festivities which are arranged for them. So we got to understand that live demonstration of the local art, local handicraft, farewell guild, the gifts, they all are very important. And in the budget, Honorable Finance Minister has announced one product initiative at the district level. That means one district, one product initiative, which we have to take into consideration. Now, better understanding and preserving cultural heritage could be one of the prime reasons when you look at the tourism of any country. Because when you travel, when you see another country, you see their culture, you see their cuisine, you see their people, you meet everybody, you greet everybody, you treat everybody, and your words become a wonderful thumb rule that you have to travel, you have to go around, whether domestic tourism or international tourism. First, dekho apna desh. Once you have seen the entire country, those have to travel for business purpose, some other purposes, they all are more than welcome. At the same time, ladies and gentlemen, whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Let's come together. We can create, we can rewrite the history, and we can do wonders for everybody. Our strong, support and recommendation is domestic tourism has to be given equal weightage and equal importance as we give it to international tourists to earn foreign exchange. Our FDI reserves are quite good. We will take them further. With the help of G20, we will take our tourism further, our culture further, our heritage further, and lot whatsoever can be done during this 1 year. Each one of us, teach one of us, each one of us, teach one of us regarding what? Just bring acquaintance of all the tourist attractions which are in your area, wherever you stay or wherever you work. Give them the tips, give them the ideas. This Saturday onward, the Wednesday has come today. Just after another 3 days, we are starting a special program for you every Saturday, and that's going to be on Japanese language, how you can work in Japan, basically for lots of purposes. And our students, our youth, our children, having acquired the desired skills, they can go around world and they can serve the humanity, and at the same time, they can support India's economy and India's infrastructure as well. Finally, I wish to say that G20 is a golden opportunity. Our infrastructure will develop. We will showcase our cultural heritage. We'll preserve our cultural heritage. At the same time, we'll display also. Here is an opportunity where you can take so much of advantage, because when you look at the world economy, imagine these 20 countries, how much they contribute to the world GDP. world economy. How much is the population of these, these countries? Those are part of it. This is something amazing which India has got an opportunity. India must take advantage of this. India must move forward in that direction. And ladies and gentlemen, almost 75 to 80% of the world GDP that gets shaped by these 20 countries. So I'm pretty sure our Sherpa Amitabh Kanji is putting his heart and soul. At the same time, different ministries are putting their heart and soul. And ladies and gentlemen, Amitabh Kanji deeply and professionally, emotionally attached with the tourism. He gives lots of importance to tourism. He understands tourism because he knows tourism SMEs, tourism infrastructure, tourism, the labor intensive, all of them, they can be benefited. India's economy can be benefited. And at the same time, we can move to the next level of growth. With these words, look forward meeting you tomorrow. We would be coming for yet another program because it's a 3 days event which is taking place at Ran of Kutch. That's in the state of Gujarat, where from the world over, G20 delegates, they have come for tourism working group meeting from 7th to 9th of February 2023. All the best. Visit wherever you can. Be a part of the deliberations. It's coming in a very big way, awareness on all different social media platforms. So I personally feel whatever is your area of interest, you must participate. You must support G20 as well. We meet tomorrow evening once again at 9 p.m. इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ आपका बहुत बहुत आभार. कल रात्रि को 9 बजे आपसे पुनः मुलाकात होगी.